Way is not meditation. The pathway is not salvation. The pathway is not starvation. The pathway is to keep on surrendering to that still small voice inside of you. So let's break that down. So the pathway is not meditation. So I meditate. I find meditation very helpful, and it's very good practice to get into the frame of mind that we need to be able to live the lives the way we need to live now to create this new culture that we're creating. But it's not the only. It's not the way to getting home. It's like a helpful tool on the way to getting us home. So if all you do, or if your spiritual practice is just meditating and not living your life to help us get home, then it's good, but perhaps insufficient for what we need for this challenge. Pathway is not salvation. So trying to live your life good by the good rules of a certain spiritual teachings from the past is not necessarily what we need right now. It's a helpful guide, but there's you can get confused and feel ashamed when your religion says something about what you are is bad, or shames your sexuality in some way. I think this is limiting to our humanity, and some of the rules of the past don't necessarily apply today. And so we need to be free to really explore and be present with what's in us now and where life is wanting us to go, and still being aware enough to not harm other people in the process, of course. It's not all about free hedonism or do everything, whatever you want, and don't care about how it affects anyone else at all. But it's to be really present with what's alive in us now and what needs to happen for us to be really healthy humans in relationship with each other. Living your life to be saved in the afterlife isn't quite the context that we need right now. And damning other people for their behaviors just doesn't help at all, really. It just puts people down. And we need everyone to rise up. And that fear-based approach of be good or else, that's fine for toddlers or people who are immature. But this is a process of maturing. And so as we give people the space to mature and to learn and to heal, we're doing them a much better service. So, but each way in its time, right? So like right now with my toddler, I do use either like do this or else approach because she's not mature enough yet to make the right decisions on her own. But as I'm noticing that she is, and I'm changing my approach to an incentive approach, and then later to like let her decide herself approach, like as she's ready and mature for that. And so we don't want to use the fear-based punishment and reward framework for people beyond when it's for too long. Like you really want to allow people, give them the space to move up into a different spiritual framework of where you're not trying to be saved, that you're broken and you need to be saved and do this or else. That's that energetically it doesn't help. It stunts your spiritual growth. You need to be challenged to take responsibility for your spiritual development. And it's not about saving your soul. Like your soul is already safe. Your soul is already beautiful because it's a part of life and it's part of God and part of the universe. There's nothing to be saved there. But what really needs to be worked towards or changed is that we're not destroying the planet and each other that's what needs to be saved. That's what needs to be worked on, is that we change the way that we're relating and the way that we're behaving, to create this wholeness for wider and wider spheres of care. That you just care about yourself, you just care about your family, you just care about your country, to you care about people in the whole world, to you care about all of life on Earth, and you care about the future, and you care about other planets, or if we get to that point. So rather than saving yourself or your soul or the souls of others, it's about creating the relationships of love and letting love flourish for all of humanity and for all of life. The pathway is not starvation. Why is that in there? It's a little bit more curious to me. I think it's just about that you don't. I think we have a bit of a mindset that a spiritual path is like, I know people. I haven't personally done any fasts, and I know that it can be a very a spiritual catalyst and clear you out and that sort of thing. And I don't think that's wrong. I'm not saying don't do that. But I think the point of that is that, like, you're not trying to, don't starve your spirit or your body. Like, don't starve your body to be thin and beautiful. Don't don't give up on your needs, and who you really are, to be like accepted by whatever spiritual community you're in, or even in your corporate world. Like, don't starving yourself doesn't bring you into the wholeness that you need to be home. So it's something like that. Martyring yourself isn't the way to become your full self. Yeah.